What's up everyone, and welcome back to our League of Legends Top 5 Play Show here on Potato Monster. We have some sick plays to show you guys from some champions you don't see quite as often in our top 5 plays, and they're excited to show you what they can do. So without further ado, we're going to start things off with Crusher 114 on Trundle the Troll King. At the start, we see him gank top lane as they jump on Nasus, and he immediately retreats, being forced to go through the narrow passage between the pillar and walls. They bring him lower and lower. When he gets to the tower, he turns around with his ultimate, getting on Rumble and quickly forcing out his flash, but Trundle boldly continues, taking turret aggro as Nasus runs back, but he uses his W to speed up, take the kill, and flash out just in time. He immediately starts recalling, but by now we see the enemy jungler looking around for him, and as of right now he's clueless, but as Maokai comes in his sight, he tries to pillar him off, but the twisted advance is too strong and he goes through it, so Trundle swags out with Frozen Kingdom to safety. Maokai keeps chasing because he is back up on the way, coming in from River, so he flashes to get the slow and Trundle from his cube, but then we see a teleport in from the friendly Katarina as she jumps on Maokai, and now we see the enemy backup arrive as well. Katarina gets the kill, and Jace flashes to catch Trundle, but he jukes back, using his W to run away, and right as Jace starts his jump, he perfectly times a Pillar of Ice to shut him down as his team grabs the third kill in this chaotic play. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have BRH and 5 on Misfortune with an epic turnaround when things are looking grim. At the start, we see them retreating back to the tower. She turns around with a Make It Rain to help out Thresh as we see Vi coming in. Thresh flashes into her Q, but it takes her a moment to realize that, and then out of nowhere, he turns with a beautiful death sentence, pulling her in, and then he goes for the Flay, but for some reason, she gets the flash out. Misfortune chases and then flashes for the auto attack so Ignite can finish Vi, and then she immediately goes back to the tower as the enemy team continues on her before deciding to turn around, but she explodes him with damage, letting the double up grab the double kill even with her flash. Coming in at third place is Lolling So Hard playing as Victor with a clutch defense of the tower. We see him in his base headed towards bot lane tier 2 tower when the enemy team is just steamrolling through his team because they're so far ahead. After they kill Ezreal, they turn their attention to the tower, but Victor has other plans for them as we see him coming down, and he opens with a Death Ray and Q on Triss, and then a beautiful flash as we see the enemy team's health crumble down slowly all at the same time. The heroic Victor goes down, but he brings the entire enemy team down with him in just the blink of an eye. Scoring in at second place, we have X Reticles on Zac with a great clip that really shows some strengths of Zac. At the beginning, we see the fight of Dragon erupt as he does a great job at jumping on the enemy AD carry, interrupting bullet time and immediately ulting on her to help burst her down. His team secures Dragon and he makes his way over to the other huge threat on the enemy team, Syndra. He whacks away at her, and with the help of Nasus, they bring her down quickly, making it a 3v3. From this point on, it's a bunch of tanky champions smacking each other, but when things start to look good for Red Team, Zac pulls himself together literally via blobs on blobs on blobs. The rest of this clip is pretty long and definitely most enjoyed with the natural in-game sounds of Zac's blobs as he collects them. Enjoy everyone, and I'll see you back here for our number 1 play in just a moment. And for our number 1 pro play for this week, we have Shadow with an insanely pro Lissandra play. Right off the bat, the clip explodes with action as we see her make her way around the bend, trying to finish off the enemy Yi with an Ice Shard, but he barely escapes as she turns with Ring of Frost to kill Nasus. She backs off for a moment, and knowing Yi's healing up so they can rejoin the fight later, she decides to reposition, heading towards River as Draven wails away at her, but she turns with an Ice Shard to slow him down, and then seeing a great opportunity, she goes back in with her ultimate into her W to absolutely destroy Draven. She kills Hecarim for the triple, and then she applies red buff on Yi for the slow, but then he alpha strikes her, chunking her health down, but she roots him and keeps on running. Seeing Thresh's lantern and using split second thinking, she E's over, grabs his shield, Qs him, and then takes the lantern and immediately flashes out of range of his alpha strike and into the brush, and then decides to go back in, blindsiding him with a root into Ice Shard as Thresh grabs the kill. Let's check that out one more time as she E's towards the lantern for the shield, reactivates it to teleport, turns with an auto attack to apply red buff and Qs, then instantly takes the lantern into a flash away. And for the bonus clip of the week, we have BNat, Jobnagger, and Leona with an epic steal and narrow escape. Thanks for tuning in every single time to watch our show, everyone. We're making do with what we have with all the low replay bugs, and from a lot of the feedback we've gotten from you guys, it's hard to even submit your own replays because they're broken and unwatchable even by you. So we thank the fans that keep on submitting through rough times like this, thank the fans who continue to show support by liking and favoriting our videos, and most importantly, thanking the fans who continue to enjoy our show and watch it every single week. We put a lot of time and effort into every single episode that comes out, and it's always great to see nice comments and all the upvotes. So with that, I ask you to drop a comment telling us which is your favorite of all the plays you saw in Week 132, and to also include what champion you would like to see appear in Week 133. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you back here soon for the next installment of our League of Legends Top 5 Plays.